Beer with Bert. Today, in honor of IPA Day, I'll be trying for the first time 2 IPAs. First, from Urban Chestnut, we have the STLIPA. And second, we have the Green Gold from Mikkeller. I've not had either one of these before. This is the first time I've had both of these beers. So the reactions that you'll be getting are my first reaction. So I'm going to start with the STLIPA from Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut is based out of St. Louis, Missouri. This is a double IPA coming in at 8% ABV and around 60 IBUs. There's a wide array of hops in this IPA, about I believe 6 different varieties of hops. So it should be a pretty hoppy beer. On Beer Advocate, we got a rating of 86 and a 92 on Rate Beer. So I bought these cold, so we're going to let them warm up for a minute. They've kind of been sitting out for about the last 20 minutes or so. So hopefully they're a little warmer. But let's crack them open and see what we get. So there we've got the STLIPA, beautiful golden color. Almost a slight coppery tinge to it. Let's see what we get out of the aromas here. I definitely get a lot of hoppiness. There's a little bit of kind of resiny and bready flavors or aromas going on there. It's not overpowering on the hop aroma, but you do definitely get some hops. Let's give it a taste and see what we think. All right, first impression, it's nice and bubbly and crisp up front. There's a little bit of maltiness in through the middle into the finish. And the finish, you definitely get a lot of hops and there is some bitterness going on, but it's not so much that it's distasteful. The bitterness is just about where I like it. It's not too harsh, but it is there and it's present, and you know that there's hops. This is a really good beer. I'm going to say, you know, out of 5 stars, this is probably going to get a solid 4. It wasn't mind-blowingly good, but it was definitely good enough that I will drink it again. So, you know, that's, again, the STLIPA from Urban Chestnut. So I'm going to rinse the palate here a little bit. And we'll move on to the Mikkeller Green Gold. A little bit about the Mikkeller. It's an American style IPA, 7% ABV. I did not see an IBU rating on, there's not one on the can, and I didn't do a ton of searching, but I wasn't immediately able to find one on the internet. This beer is actually as well under 20 parts per million in gluten and is considered gluten-free. So for those of you that can't have glutens or are avoiding glutens, this would be an IPA that you could go with. Beer Advocate gives this beer an 87 and Rate Beer gives it a 98. So I've got some pretty high expectations for this beer. And very, very carbonated up front. A lot of head on there. Beautiful coppery color. This is quite nice, crystal clear. Got that nice copper tint to it, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of foam coming out of that can. So that could be just the fact that it's warmed up a little bit. So let's give it a sniff and see what we smell here. Definitely get some hop flavor right up front through the nose. Almost kind of a sweet, maybe resiny quality to it. Very sweet. Don't get a ton of malt in the aroma. So nothing bready or anything like that. It doesn't smell earthy. It smells pretty clean and fairly sweet. So let's give it a taste. Well, I can certainly understand why it got a 98 on Rate Beer. This beer is really, really good. Very smooth up front, a little sweet, and then towards the middle and in through the back, you get a lot of resiny character and just a little bit of tinge of that hot bitterness on the back end. I could drink this all day. This is so good, and it's a sipper. This isn't one of those beers that you're going to kill this can in a 15 or 20 minute period. This is easily a 30 to 45 minute beer. It's not heavy, but it's got a lot of flavor going on, and you just want to take your time and savor it and enjoy it. So, very impressed. I'm gonna say this is easily a 4.5 out of 5 on my scale. So anyway, there you have it, the STL IPA from Urban Chestnut and the Green Gold from Mikkeller. Again, for being a gluten-free or gluten-reduced beer, blown away. This is just phenomenal. There's still a ton of flavor there. So that's it for Beer with Bert this week. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, check me out on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Untapped at KC Brew Explorer. So everybody have a great Friday, happy IPA day, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.